Hey guys, Tracy here in my favorite new spot, my basement, with basement with a good lighting. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. One of these days I'll learn to smile for like 5 seconds in advance so it doesn't catch like the ugliest still frame possible. And make that the still frame for the video when it saves. One of these days. So anyway, well, thanks again for hanging out, and we've got some tips for you, and then kind of an announcement, a small announcement at the end. Well, maybe it's not small, but an announcement that been promising you guys for a while, some changes on the page. So here they are. But I do want to do a little bit of a conference recap with you for some of you that didn't go or maybe didn't get to watch the live streaming. Conference was just amazing this year. It was fun. They had, it's different. The bigger we get, it gets different stuff. But there was some great moments, some great information and great nuggets. And I tried to share, well, a lot of us were trying to share some of the best things, that we pulled from conference. But I mean, obviously the cleanse is an amazing new product. And I'm so happy because that really, energizes and gives life to an actual weight loss package. One of my most requested things from people when, talking to people about the products was, do you have a package? Because they want people to tell them how to do it and pick this and this in this order. And we just didn't have that. We had some great individual products kind of a la carte, but nothing like the system. So the system with the cleanse is amazing. It has fantastic BV. It's free shipping for people. So I'm telling you guys, you need to be selling the crap out of that system. Okay, we're going to make promotions out of the system because it's an amazing value to our customers, but it's also it's a great tool for us to have in our arsenal of products that we offer people that can help them and really benefit their lives. So great addition. The app, you guys, the app, I was geeked out about the app. I was so excited. That to me is one of the coolest things that came out of conference. And you need to make sure that all of your incoming loyals and all past loyals have that app, because sometimes you don't know, when I know that I've had loyal customers order wraps that maybe weren't initially wrap customers, and then a BOGO, they'll go and do wraps orders, I didn't even know it. So we want everyone to have that app, the It Works Wrap app. You can now search it through your app store, whatever your carrier is, or your Android or whatever. So anyway, with the app, so it helps people take pictures. It helps that, such a cool function where it takes it and then it drops it into comparison pictures, reminds you to drink water. It times it for you for the 45 minutes, and then also there's a background timer for the 72 hours. There's a helpful video at the end, and it whistles at you when you're done, when your first wrap is done. So what an amazing app that, I've seen some pictures coming in from customers that have used the wrap or the app wrap, and it looks professional. They look like a wrap girl took those pictures. And so be sure to plant that seed. Oh my gosh, you look just like a wrap girl by taking those pictures, and maybe I should consider being a wrap girl. So lots of good stuff coming there. But there were so many good things. The social media 2.0 is launched, so be sure to check that out in your e-suites. And I just couldn't be happier about some of the stuff. I got my cleanse in today. I'm going to start it on Monday. You don't want to do cleanse on the weekend. But just some amazing things. So I loved, our Black Diamond speeches and what, but the bonuses. Let's talk bonuses, okay? The Ruby bonus is back and doubled. It's $1,000 for anybody that came in December, January, and February. They are eligible to earn a $1,000 bonus in their first 2 calendar months, and it's a one-time cash payout. And that's different because it was over 2 months. It was a month they hit, and then the month following, they sustained. Well, now it's a one-time cash payout. So $1,000, you should be with your potentials in front of them. If you cannot get in front of them, you need to get on a Skype with them. They need to see how stoked you are about this, because you need to let them know you can put $1,000 plus commissions. You can help them do that in the next month or two. All right. I mean, who wouldn't need that? So I really hope you are increasing your efforts to get in front of people, even people that have said no to you, or all of your chicken list, or people, anybody. Just get in front of people. And here's what you take: the party pad, steps to success, and a Ruby chart. And that's it. That's all you want to do. You want to make sure that what you're doing is duplicatable, and that you can show them how duplicatable it is. So their wheels can turn and say, oh, I could do this. There's, nothing about what you're doing should be difficult or not duplicatable. If you're doing something that you can't duplicate, stop. Don't do it anymore. Party pad, steps to success, Ruby chart. That's all you need to take with you. And then the emerald bonus. Oh my gosh, who is stoked about the emerald bonus? Go find 2 people. Okay, 2 people who will chase that ruby bonus, and you get an emerald bonus. And if anyone hits it, this one is a first time bonus. So anybody who hasn't hit emerald yet is eligible for this emerald bonus. $2,000 if you hit it by February 29th. We don't know what, the extension is going to be, if and when, if it's going to just go back to 1,000, or because that's the normal emerald bonus. We don't know, but just run like it's not going to be extended, and if it is, great. If not, but like I said, go help 2 people and get them started on their path to ruby bonus, and that helps you get to emerald. That's the magic of how it's done. And then those great big other bonuses. Diamond is 20,000, double is 30,000. Triple's 50, presidential's 100, and ambassador's 150. I mean, guys, they're just throwing money at us at this point. Just amazing, and some really exciting moments out of conference. So whatever you're doing, get your game plan in there. And I love what Denise Walsh said in her Black Diamond when they were actually on stage, and she said, don't work your business based on how you feel. Work your business based on what you want. One of the best nuggets to come out of conference was when she said that. You don't always feel like working your business. Sometimes you're tired. Sometimes maybe you had a bad day, or you're just, somebody was rude to you, or somebody was going to sign up and they didn't. And just keep going. Remember, don't work this business based on how you feel. Work your business based on what you want. Okay, always remember that. Frame it if you need to and put it out there. But that's a great piece of advice from Black Diamond Denise Walsh. Another little nugget I remember from Joel Dunn. And I can't remember where this was said. I can't remember if it was after, before, or when it was, but he said you just got to go out and meet new people. Anybody who really wants to be long-term in network marketing, you've got to expand your network. You've got to get out and meet new people, because you've got something that can help people. And he said something so simple, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's right. He said, quit paying for your gas at the pump and go inside and pay and bless somebody's life with a Blitz card. Oh my gosh. And that was just such an aha moment for me, that we just make this so complicated. We overcomplicate this business when sometimes it really is that simple. But they had some great pieces of advice, and I put some of those on the page too. One of them was about failure and quitting, and he said failure is a moment in time. We're all going to have failures. Every single one of us is going to fall down. Failure is a moment in time. Quitting is who you are. Don't quit. Okay, just keep going. I'm going to give a special shout out to somebody that I was just amazed at this, and I was so thrilled. And this is why we say you just got to keep swimming. Michelle Shepard is a girl that's been on the team since last year, and she signs great loyal customers, but just couldn't seem to find her groove with getting people to come into her business. And for a lot of people, that would have made them quit. They would have thought, oh, I suck at this. Nobody wants this. No, Michelle kept going, and guess what? In the last 10 days, she has brought 2 distributors onto her team and is well on her way to executive and Ruby now. So excited for her, and that is a great example of why you just do not quit in this business. Something that's been on my mind the last couple of days is dealing with fears. We have a lot of people. I have a ton of people talk to me about my business and approach me, but they have certain fears about it. And learning to deal with people's fears and objections is part of what we have to do, as distributors. And, one of the best things to do is to empathize with them. So when someone tells you they don't have time to work this business, there's this little formula. I know how you feel. I felt the same way. Here's what I found. Felt, feel, found. Use this method when dealing with fears and objections. But when someone says I don't have time, it could just be an excuse. It could be that's a polite way to say that I'm not interested. But if somebody really is interested in this business, and the time constraint is one of their number one fears, here's what you would say. Because I was really busy when I started this business too. I would say, I know how you feel. I was really busy when I first started. I was a CPA in the middle of tax season. So I know how you feel. I felt the same way. Here's what I found. That I worked this into my life, that actually being busy helped me because it made me more efficient. It got me around more people. That busy is good. My busiest people are our best people because they have to be intentional with their time. So, I mean, that's a really easy way to, be like, okay, that I felt the same thing. I know exactly how they felt, but yet I found a way around it. So that feel, felt, found. Use that when you're talking about it, but that's the time thing. The money thing. Even if it isn't something that you experience, a lot of people, let's be honest, $99 is a lot of money. It doesn't matter if you have it or not. 99 bucks is still a good chunk of change. You have to give some perspective on it. We spend $99 at Target, okay, or on a fancy meal or a good steak dinner or something. Since when does $99, you can turn into a business and make more money? So you have to get them to see it from that angle. And if they don't have $99, they need this business more than anybody. And that's one of the first things I say to people. How can we, I totally understand that $99 can be a stumbling block. I get it. But the fact that you struggle to find that means that we really need to get you started. You need this more than anybody so that is not your reality. I want to help you fix that. And give them the options of pre-selling their wraps, or give them some examples of stories of people that had a garage sale or sold something or borrow it or put it on a card temporarily or just something just to get over that stumbling block and get started. But that's really key. So, and then, the other ones are, I don't know anybody. Okay, so when that happens, that I say, okay, so how many contacts do you have in your phone? How many Facebook friends do you have? Do you have relatives? Do you have coworkers? Do you have moms of your kids' friends? And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, okay, I do know people. Even if they live in a small town, social media can erase that fear. And then the other one we hear a lot is no one would be interested. Well, when someone says that to me, I say, oh, okay, and I have to know, I'm a little smart about it, but it kind of drives my point home that so when someone says that, I said, oh, okay, so everybody weighs exactly what they want. They don't have any stretch marks. They have all the energy they need. They're never getting sick, and they have all the money they ever want. Sure, that sounds realistic, clearly. So that's another way to help change perspective. If somebody says, I don't think anybody would be interested. Not true. Everybody has a problem area. Everybody on the planet should be on greens. Somebody who's stressed. Somebody whose joints hurt. Somebody who hates their job. We all know somebody that can fit into every one of the categories for our products and also for the business. So there's that. And then, saturation. We deal with that one a lot. I think the market is saturated. Sometimes social media can make it appear like more people maybe are distributors than not. Mark himself said he pays just over 100,000 distributors right now. 100,000 distributors in the entire world. How many billions of people are there? Is it 6 billion people in the world? And between 3 and 400 million people in this country alone, and there's 100,000 of them? If somebody has 2 or 3 friends on Facebook that they're involved with at work, maybe they think, oh my gosh, everybody does it, and they haven't really been offered any perspective on it. So if you can get in front of someone and tell them, oh my gosh, we're just like scratching the surface. I mean, Mary Kay and Herbalife both have almost 3 million reps. We're just getting started. So, and just let them know that is a ground floor, life-changing opportunity when a company growing as fast as ours only has 100,000 distributors, and tell them, man, I sure wish I would have been one of the first 100,000 Mary Kay distributors. Can you imagine how much money those ladies have? That's how I always respond to that. I don't even give credit to it because that's just a misunderstanding of network marketing. So those are some of the ways that I deal with fears. But again, practice. That's how I have been able to respond to that. And like I said, you get better the more you do it. But that's, to me, those are the 4 to 5 fears and objections that we will face the most when you're bringing someone looking to bring people into your business. So yeah, the time thing. Somebody asked me about that right before the call, and the time thing I think is as simple. You just have to give them a little bit of a tweak on their thought process about that we all have time. We just have to see, what our priorities are. I mean, who really has time to add to their schedule? Nobody that I know. but they have things they want, they have dreams, and their current situation isn't going to get them there to those dreams. So you just have to help them see it just a little bit differently, and that's part of what we do as distributors. And like I said, we get better and better at it. So those were some of the things that I wanted to cover with you. My point to you guys tonight, my biggest thing is to just keep swimming. You've just got to keep swimming, whether you've had a good day or a bad day or a good month or a bad month. You just have to keep swimming. So that brings me to what I told you. We've been kind of talking about this for a couple of weeks. It's time for some changes on the page. A little bit of history. Skinny Wrap Darlings is a page that I started back in 2012. And after I had gone diamond, I did not have a page. And the reason that I started the page is because I wasn't my upline and I were not super attached, and I didn't receive a tremendous amount of help from her. My sister-in-law and I started at the same time, and we just didn't know what we were doing. But I'm the kind of person that, even though I didn't have that help, I knew the business worked. I believed in it, and I thought, if all of these other people can do this, I can do this too. So I'm kind of a self-starter. I'm pretty self-motivated. I'm one of those straight A's and bird kind of kids. That's how I was growing up. And my dad taught us to work really, really hard at whatever we were doing. I was like Pizza Hut's best employee, and I was the best Sonic girl you ever met in your life. So I just worked really hard. So I started Darlings, and it has been an amazing ride. It has been some work, but I just have the idea of this team of ours not having anyone to go to for support or for questions or whatever. I couldn't reconcile that in my brain. And so that was the start of Skinny Wrap Darlings. The truth is, team pages shouldn't really be started until you're about, triple or above. That's kind of a general guideline. And even then, I have a good friend here in town. A lot of you know her. She's Presidential Diamond Sarah Seamer. And the cool thing about their team, it's a really, really big team. A lot of them are here in Omaha, but they're all over the country. They are on one team page. And I think that's outstanding, and it's been to their credit. But that's just a piece of advice. What the danger in starting pages is that you shift into managerial mode, and instead of growing your business, you're kind of managing everybody else's. And so, anyway, but the fact that we're in such a unique part of it works. If you ever catch me sometime, I'll explain to you why we don't necessarily have any higher leadership than myself or Stacy Conwell. And again, I'm going to say leadership isn't a rank. It has nothing to do with it. Leadership is your skills and your talents and your drive and all of that put to work. There's so many of you on here that have just begun your business, and you demonstrate leadership qualities. But with all of that being said, everything changes. Nothing ever stays the same. Isn't that the thing that you can always count on? The only thing that never changes is that change is always coming. It's you can definitely plan on that. So we are going to put some changes in place, and there are quite a few of you. I don't know if any of you are on here tonight, but there's kind of a little bit of a division. A lot of you are under Michelle Carpenter's downline, and so and then there's you're all under my downline. But there is a branch of you that are a pretty big branch of you actually that are under Michelle Carpenter's downline. And so as of today, again, all good things must come to an end. I am going to leave Skinny Wrap Darlings up, but we're not going to be active on Darlings anymore. Michelle has decided to take her team a different direction, and so for the rest of us, I'm gonna do the same. And you know what? It's all good. It's all going to work out in the end. But for those of you who are in my downline but are not under Michelle's downline, are going to be added to a different page. And that's going to be a more focused group of other, and then I think a lot of you are already on multiple pages over under Michelle Carpenter. So for those of you that might impact, be on the lookout for a different page that's launching tomorrow. And it's, like I said, I'm trying to keep it together because Skinny Wrap Darlings has been a labor of love for me. It's just been where I am so attached to each and every one of you. You're all in my downline. And your success, every single one of your success matters to me. but we all have to do what's best for our businesses. And after some discussion with several of our leaders and stuff, this is going to be exciting and it's going to be good. And like I said, anybody under Michelle and her diamonds or whatnot are all on some pages and everything, and you guys are taken care of. So we're gonna take care of the ones who are over under different legs on the team and push that in a little bit different direction. So for some of you, this will be our last hangout. I do want to say that I am available to anyone at any time. I hope I've always come across to you that way, and that you know that you can ring my doorbell, you can message me on Facebook, you can call me, you can text me, you can do anything, anytime, anywhere. There isn't a person that can hear this broadcast that I wouldn't help. You all mean the world to me, but we've got, like I said, we've got change comes and we've got to do what's best, and I think this is what is best. So I send my love and support to all of you, and I'm not going anywhere. Skinny Rep Darlings will still be there, but it's just not going to be a very active page. The resources are going to stay there. The files are going to stay there. It's your choice if you want to stay on it or not. There won't be a lot of notifications from it anymore because, like I said, we won't be doing much posting or anything. But you on the other half, you guys have team calls and opportunity calls and trainings and videos and all that. So you are well taken care of. And we're going to do the same thing with the other half of the team. So it has been my pleasure to help lead Skinny Rep Darlings, and I never let it, by myself. You guys were a tremendous support and a tremendous help to me. And, I know that each and every one of you, if you have the desire to do it, can succeed in a business. There isn't anybody that can't succeed in this business. There isn't. And I wish you all the best. So my last piece of advice to you is to just keep swimming. Stay plugged into your pages. Stay plugged into, to those leaders that inspire you. It doesn't have to be your upline. It can be anybody. A sideline, a higher upline, an ambassador, a downline, whatever keeps you happy and motivated and plugged into this business, that's what you need to do. So I sign off with you guys for the last time tonight with some of you, and I wish you all the best. Please, you're all my dearest friends. This has been an amazing journey. And to the top, everybody goes. Bye, guys.